To get started on this exercise, you should have downloaded the pie chart exercise file, and inside of it there is a pie chart After Effects file. Once it's opened, let's get started on animating this little pie chart. Now we're going to keep this very simple and essentially be doing the same transition for everything on each little slice of the pie. Let's choose the Espresso layer on your Layers panel down in your timeline, and then we'll go up to Effects, down to Transform, and choose Radial Wipe. With this layer selected, you can also now go up to your top portion here, and here's where we can type in all of our controls. Now when using this particular effect, there's two things to keep in mind. First off, we need to know where the center point of this is going to be, and it always needs to be at the center of our circle, not necessarily the center of our layer. Plus, we need to know the starting and stopping point, or what the angle needs to be for it. So for now, at the very top, we're going to keep our starting angle at 0, but we're going to set our wipe center to be at 0, 0. Whoops, excuse me, there we go. 0 and 215. This is going to move that central point over so that it's in the center right there. And we're going to set our wipe direction to be counterclockwise. Now we can move our current time indicator to the 20th frame. Now we can set our transition completion to be 100%, and this will be our starting point, and you can see it gets rid of that entire frame by completely wiping it away. We'll click our stopwatch next to transition completion, so this will be our starting point. Move forward to 1 second and 20 frames, and we want to open it up by 60%. So let's set this to be 60. Now when we back up, you can see how it animates itself. If we press the U key, this will show our keyframes. Let's select both of them and press F9 to add some easy ease to ease those in. Great, now let's apply this effect to all the other settings. We'll choose our cappuccino layer. Let's go to Effect. Notice that it remembers the last effect that we did. So let's choose Radial Wipe again. Again, now we can set our effects for this. So we'll set our start angle this time to be 120 degrees. We'll change the coordinates of this one to be 153 and 0 for the second number. Make sure your wipe direction is counterclockwise. We're going to move our current time indicator to 1 second and 20 frames. There it is there. Next, we can set our transition completion. Remember, we want it to be 100% as the starting point. Then we can click our stopwatch to turn on the keyframe. And since we're only moving it over 30%, we're going to set our transition completion. Oops, excuse me, let's move our time forward. Let's go 2 seconds and 20 frames. There we go. Now that we're here, now we can set our transition completion down to 70%. And that will wipe forward with that one. As with the others, press the U key, select your keyframes, and add easy ease to those. So now as it opens up, it'll go there and to there. I'm going to press my U key one more time to close everything up. Choose the macchiato layer. For this one, you can go up to Effect, select Radial Wipe. It remembers the last one. We need to set our settings for this one to have a start angle of 0, 220. We want the center of our wipe to be 217 and 152. We want to set our wipe to be counterclockwise. Let's move our current time indicator to 2 seconds and 20 frames. We'll set our transition completion to be 100%, and then we'll turn on our keyframe starting point for this one. Next, let's move forward an entire second to 3 seconds and 20 frames. And we'll set our completion for this one to be 73%. Next, we can press the U key, select our keyframes, and apply easy ease. can back up to test it, make sure everything works nicely. Finally, let's do latte. So with latte layer selected, we'll go up to Effect, and apply your radial wipe. We can set our effects for this one to be a start angle of 312. We want the coordinates for this one to be 154 and 215. We want the direction of the wipe to be counterclockwise. Let's set our current time indicator to 4 seconds and 20 frames. If you need to, you can scroll over to see it. We'll set our radial completion to be 100%, and let's turn on a keyframe for that one. I've just noticed I've made a mistake. I'm going to hit my U key. This one shouldn't have been at 4 seconds and 20 frames. It should be moved down to 3 seconds and 20 frames, right there. Now that I've got that frame selected, let's move our current time indicator to 4 seconds and 20 frames, and we can set our percentage of completion for this one to be 85%, and that'll get the rest of it the way there. As with the others, let's throw on some easy ease. We can back everything up and test the entire animation now. Looks great. Now that we've completed it, we can save our file. Let's go up to File and export it by adding it to our render queue. Make sure you know where everything is being saved to. And you can save this as a movie file and also upload your After Effects file to the class page.